Hello and thank you so much for watching. For those of you who don't know, I'm John and this is week 3 of me losing my job and attempting to become a full-time artist. Who this series is for, I'm not exactly sure. I'm hoping in 3 years I can look back when I have figured it all out and say, hey John, that's when you were freaking out. That's when you had no idea what you were doing. That's when you were in free fall, but you figured it out. And believe it or not, by week 3, I have not completely figured it out. We're close. Not really. I think the complete panic's kind of out of the way. And the other thing about this is I kind of just sit down, no script. I just press record and go. I have like a couple bullet points next to me, but that's like all I might reference. I really want to get like my raw emotion about how I feel. And what I will say is I feel actually a lot better than I did last week. I think like the complete total panic is gone. Like, yes, there's definitely a level of like, how am I going to pay my rent? Like, you better work hard, John. But it's also kind of like, just make a plan, execute the plan, follow the plan, and that's the best you can do. Like, show up and work as hard as you can every day. And I think what's really switched from absolutely pivoting to is that I'm at the place where I think this has kind of actually really consumed my life, and I don't necessarily mind. Like, I used to like work 8 hours a day, come home, like eat dinner, play video games for 2 hours, maybe work on my stuff for like 30 minutes, an hour, go to bed. And it's because it was an accessory, and now I wake up, work on stuff from the moment I wake up to just about the moment I go to bed, and wake up, rinse, repeat, do it again. But I like really look forward to it at this point. I think what's funny though is like I'm recording this Tuesday morning, and I've normally historically done this on Monday, and I didn't do it yesterday because they were demoing the apartment next to me, like gutting it down to the frame, and it was so loud. I was like, I actually can't record anything, which I find really funny about just, if I was like a worker back, like if I was at my old job, like I would be like, I don't really care. It's funny now that like everything almost feels like an obstacle to me just wanting to make stuff. Whereas like beforehand, if I like had to go to the grocery store, I'd be like, I just have to get groceries. And now I'm kind of like, that's in the way of me recording when I want to record, or editing or writing or doing anything. And I'm like, I don't want that to necessarily be the case, because like I still want to be a great partner. I still want to be a good family member. I still want to be a good friend. But I definitely like think the only way this can work is if it does consume me to some degree. So I think I need to keep that in check a little bit, but I'm like just so hungry to work on the next thing. And like, that's the other thing I think I really need to figure out. What I really love about photography is that, in my opinion, photography is not about photography or the cameras. It's about what you put in front of the cameras. And I think I really want that from YouTube. I don't think that's necessarily what YouTube wants from me. I think they really want me to pick a niche and stick to it. And, I don't know, like I want to do, like I would love to do a video on like video game graphic design or something like that, like aesthetics or something, and then do a video about like cooking, like my favorite ramen recipe, and then like how I would do a mod on my Land Cruiser, and then like this is how I shoot my best photos. And I think like maybe we can get there one day, but I think it's really hard. And that's the other thing I've really noticed is that videos where I pick a topic where there's obviously a good built-in fan base does a lot better. Like all my Apple stuff almost unanimously does phenomenal. And it's where I try to get into like more abstract stuff. Like I would really love to teach people how to be a better photographer. I don't really necessarily know how to market that, because I don't know, for whatever reason, those videos just don't do that good. But if I do a video like talking about a camera, it does great. I think YouTube really loves like inanimate objects, and not necessarily like, I think they do like experiences and journeys and stuff like that. Apologies, that'll be my only cut of the video. I had to burp. But I don't know. I think I really just need to figure out what I want to make. And I think that's exciting. I think that's exciting, not like scary. And the fact that I don't have like my breakout video. My best video to date, it's done like 30K views, and that's whatever, that's fine. But like, I actually haven't figured out like, what is my big ticket item? Like what does John make? What do I do? And I think that's exciting to be like, I still actually get to figure that out. I don't know what that is. I'm not like, dang it, I don't have that. And it's definitely not this series. I really appreciate you guys watching this series, because this series is more for me. And I think there's a level of, as an artist, as a creative, what you got to do is you do need to make stuff for you. And hopefully, you know, because the human experience is so ubiquitous, that other people would enjoy it too. You know, because of all like the shared childhood experiences or all this stuff, or like cultural sharing and stuff like that. Or like, you know, I like cars. Cars are cool. I like cameras. Cameras are cool. But a man rambling on a camera for 10 minutes? I don't know. I really appreciate you watching. Sorry, I might cut that just because I want to look at the bullet points to see what I wrote. I do have to actually be completely honest with you. This is the only time I've ever recorded this video. I was doing this and I like 3 minutes into it and knocked my water into my laptop. That laptop is like 7 going on 8 years old, but I really pray to God that thing does not die. That is like the absolute last thing I need right now. Power tools. I don't know, not really the point. The point, oh, really, that's it. The only thing I can say is that I've really probably hit the point where I have let this consume me, and I'm actually a big fan of that. Like, I look forward to my days. Like, for the first time, I like genuinely like look forward to waking up every day and like working all day. And I did not do that when I had a job. I'd be like, God dang it, I got that meeting with so-and-so tomorrow, and I got to like set that up. Like, I actually kind of like, that's the big switch, is I think I actually feel pretty alive right now, as much as I'm scared. Maybe that's like being human is being scared. Is like, there's like a David Bowie quote I like where he's like, the best place you can live is like you go out just where your toes can barely touch the bottom of the pool, and like that's where you should live. Like that's where you can do the best work as a human. I think I'm a little past that. And it's only because I lost my job. I would probably like to be roughly around like 5 or 10,000 subscribers where I'm doing this, like trying to go full time. We're at like 1330, I think, this morning. Not the point. I really should wrap this up. I really appreciate you guys watching. I think really the big thing is I need to crank out more long form, and I need to be better about picking topics that people actually want to watch. And the final thing I guess I'll end on, if you watch this far, this series, well, I'm doing a short series for those of you who don't know. I'm doing day blank of like losing my job, becoming a full-time artist. And that series has been phenomenal for me. A lot of people have subscribed. A lot of people have followed me. A lot of people have sent me nice messages. And I've done that because that's really my situation, but I'm also like, maybe I could like kick it out to 50 days. I really love that series because it makes me work. Like, it's not that I'm against the vlog series, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to do like day 300 of like losing my job and becoming a full-time artist. Like, at that point, I'm just a full-time artist. I'm kind of a firm believer that like, you just kind of are what you do. Like, even if I don't necessarily make money, I'm still an artist. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to kick that out. I just like, it gets kind of, I don't know. I think I should probably stick with it because I think it's good to have like that community building like this. This is probably the most extreme version of it, but I think most people don't want to sit down and listen to me talk for 10 minutes about what's going on in my head. I think most people just want to see me type on the computer, work on the stuff, record the video, do the thing. I really don't want this to go too long. We will do this again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. Thanks for watching.